Today's global reach of the Salvation Army began 150 years ago on the streets of London, England. We began in London's East Side in 1865 through the work of William and Catherine Booth. Powerfully impacted by the injustices of homelessness, addiction, and poverty all around them, in the streets as well as in their own church, they stepped out in faith to do something about it, beginning a movement that now spans the globe. The word salvation speaks of caring for the needs of both the body and the soul. An army suggests a unified effort to combat injustice in the world. This vision that began on the poverty-ridden streets of East London now positively impacts over 125 countries. Structurally, the Salvation Army is made up of territories, with each territory consisting of multiple divisions. Our territory is Canada and Bermuda, and our division is the Ontario Central East Division. All territories and divisions have Salvation Army churches called corps, as well as providing social services through various dedicated agencies. Salvation Army officers are ordained Christian ministers with ranks that include captain or major. Our officers head up our corps, as well as many of our social services. Although the Salvation Army may look a little different in each country, all territories are accountable to the international headquarters, known as IHQ, based where it all began in London, England.
A century and a half after the Booths started this ministry, the Salvation Army in the Greater Toronto Area attempts to carry on their legacy by doing our best to respond to the ongoing injustices all around us. Our territorial mission statement reads, "The Salvation Army exists to share the love of Jesus Christ, meet human needs, and be a transforming influence in the communities of our world." We view every single person who comes to us for help as someone created in the image of God. Therefore, without prejudice or judgment, we do our best to respond to everyone with the dignity and respect that all deserve. We believe this shows the kind of love that Jesus demonstrated, and that this love is transformational for individuals as well as communities. Alongside our church ministries, our social work in the GTA can be separated into 5 main categories: correctional and justice, health, housing and homelessness, community and family, and emergency disaster.
The Salvation Army believes that justice should be restorative. We find that when offenders are reintegrated into their communities and restored their dignity, their chances of reoffending are reduced. The court system can be daunting and scary for individuals and their families. To help with this, we offer chaplaincy support in 3 detention centres and 8 courts in the GTA. In addition, we run community justice programs such as anger management and road rage, addressing some of the behaviours that can cause people to have negative interactions with the law. The Salvation Army also partners to run a community service order program, allowing people to do community service work as part of their probation. We also operate adult and youth halfway houses where people can live in a structured environment while getting used to life outside of prison. Through these programs, the Salvation Army is working to show people they deserve dignity as well as justice. The health services that the Salvation Army provides in the Greater Toronto Area are vast and varied. Addiction and mental health issues in our city are rampant. The number of seniors without family or care is increasing every day. People with developmental disabilities have fewer services available to them. We are doing our best to try and respond. The Salvation Army believes that older adults should be valued, given honor, and cared for appropriately. For seniors, we have our Meehan retirement residence for 89 older adults, where their independence is encouraged. For those needing more care, we have the Isabel and Arthur Meehan Manor, providing long-term care for 168 residents. The Salvation Army also operates the Grace Hospital, where patients are cared for who have palliative, rehabilitation, and other health needs. We believe people with addiction and mental health challenges can benefit from residential treatment programs and from our outreach services, meeting people where they are. Toronto Harbour Light Ministries and Homestead Addiction Services have residential addiction and concurrent disorder treatment programs in the GTA and at Hope Acres in Glencairn. We also have community addiction treatment programs and satellite addiction counsellors in all of the Salvation Army shelters in Toronto, Peel and Halton. Through these services, people can address the root causes of their addiction and mental health challenges. They are taught relapse prevention strategies and are connected with community supports to create an ongoing circle of care. Harbour Light Ministries also operates 2 transitional housing programs where people can spend up to a year of their lives gaining stability, working on their goals, and ideally moving into permanent housing. Booth Packaging and Support Services both teaches and helps people with mental health challenges or developmental disabilities grow and maintain work skills. People start by performing assembly and packaging tasks and have supports in place to attain further objectives, interests, and upgrading. The Plus program is a day program including counseling, vocational assessment,
skills training, life skills, and social recreation opportunities for adults with psychiatric illnesses. Our transitional employment program offers employment support, on-site training, job placement, or assistance with job searches. Many businesses are developed to employ clients with mental health challenges who want part-time work. The Broadview Village Enrichment Program is a day program offering a safe, stimulating, and challenging workplace, which promotes personal growth. In addition, the Salvation Army runs Broadview Village, where 68 adults with developmental disabilities have access to residential and community support. The Salvation Army is committed to showing love and quality support for older adults, people facing addiction and mental health challenges, and those with developmental delays. These segments of the population are sometimes marginalized or ignored. We believe by including them in a meaningful way, this will have a transformative impact on our communities.
Some of the Salvation Army's best-known work is providing shelter for people experiencing homelessness. Throughout the GTA and the surrounding areas, we operate about 1,000 shelter beds for men, women, youth, and families. This includes shelters for abused women and their children, as well as shelters for single men and women. In the region of Peel, we operate our Family Shelter and Family Life Resource Centre for abused women and their children. Our Sutton Youth Shelter in York Region provides help to those between the ages of 16 and 27. In downtown Toronto, we offer around 600 emergency shelter beds each night to those who would likely be sleeping on the street. When people stay in our shelters, they not only have access to a place to sleep and nutritious meals, but we also offer extensive support, including housing workers and case managers, helping people to get back on their feet and into appropriate housing. We recognize that not everyone feels comfortable staying in a shelter, so street outreach workers from Gateway also drive around to places where people are living rough and offer relational and housing support to them right where they are. Gateway Linens is a Salvation Army social enterprise. Here people experiencing homelessness can gain back-to-work training, providing laundry services for several GTA shelters and drop-in centres. People in the program learn important work skills, and they have the opportunity to save money towards getting a fresh start for when they leave the shelter system. People experiencing homelessness need practical, material, emotional, and spiritual support. The Salvation Army is dedicated to meeting those needs in a spirit of love. The Salvation Army initiative, Causeway, links people moving into their new homes with 2 or 3 Christians who already live close by. These neighbours welcome them to the community, offering friendship and informal support.
Our Salvation Army churches, known as CORE, continue to fight injustice within our communities. In the GTA and surrounding area, we have close to 30 active CORE. Attached to many of them are community and family services ministries, offering programs to local individuals and families, ranging from food banks to free music lessons to life skills. We also operate 5 fully licensed daycare programs out of our CORE that provide services to over 350 children. In addition, the Salvation Army runs ESL classes and conversation circles for people who are new to Canada. Across our division, the Salvation Army is reaching out to individuals and families from various backgrounds in order to meet human needs and build community. The Jacksons Point site is a year-round facility with heated cabins and halls for youth retreats, church gatherings, and company team building. The foundation for everything we do in Ontario Camping Ministries is Jesus' love for us, and building on that foundation is our purpose, to provide financially accessible camps for families in need and to develop young people as leaders in the Salvation Army and community. We have camping programs for children and youth ages 6 to 17. And we will have over 2,000 children and youth in our programs over the 8-week season. We also offer the Timothy program for young leaders in training. Our Salvation Army thrift stores help to support many of our programs, and they have a positive ecological impact, diverting almost 64 million tons of household waste from landfills.
The frequency and impact of natural disasters seems to be on the rise worldwide. Emergency preparedness authorities often assign the Salvation Army specific roles to help disaster survivors and first responders. These include emotional and spiritual support, registration and inquiry, shelter or emergency housing, transportation, and feeding and clothing. While the Salvation Army is often first at the scene, it is almost always the last to leave when tragedy strikes. Trained Salvation Army personnel are available in the Greater Toronto Area and elsewhere to help people in these very desperate circumstances, and to help them recover afterwards.
As you can see, the Salvation Army is much more than Christmas kettles, donation drop-offs, or brass bands. We are a large, diverse group of people inspired by Jesus Christ to love people well and to welcome them into building community together. We are being transformed by these beautiful people as together we share the love of Jesus. This transformation takes place in relationship as we offer help and support that is high quality, relevant, and compassionate, caring for people holistically in body, mind, soul, and spirit.
The longing in the heart of the Salvation Army is that one day we will have put ourselves out of business as we work together to eliminate poverty and injustice once and for all. As our mission statement says, the Salvation Army exists to share the love of Jesus Christ, meet human needs, and be a transforming influence in the communities of our world. We are excited about our mission and look forward to partnering alongside you watching this and our larger communities in living it out.